everyone, Tara Lynn here. I have got a snowflake here, and these are so easy to find this time of year. You can get them everywhere from the dollar store to craft stores to places like Walmart and Target, or even maybe the grocery store or places like that. So they're so easy to find, they're fairly inexpensive, and they make really great surfaces to dot on because snowflakes are six-sided. We already have a visual of you know, kind of where to start with our dots. So I thought it would be fun just to do a little extra step-by-step here. As far as colors go, I've got a navy blue. This is Decoart Americana Navy. I've got a primary blue, which is Decoart Americana Bright Blue. And I've got a light blue, which is Decoart Americana Baby Blue. And then I've got some pearl white. And I'm going to use the pearl white for top dots. And then I've got my standard tool set here. This is Michael's brand that I love to use. And I've got a mechanical pencil. And that's about it. I'm not even going to put grid lines on this because the snowflake already has that set up for me. So I am going to start with my blue rod here, and I love a dark background, so primarily I'm just going to use the navy for the background there. And I'm going to get my blue rod, which is 8mm, and my bright blue paint, and I'm going to put a dot right here in the middle. Then I'm going to get my green stylus. I'm going to use the large end, which is 3mm. And I'm going to use some of this light blue. And I'm going to add one dot in each of the 6 arms right next to that blue center. Make sure to dip and dot before each one so they stay the same size. I'm going to use my purple rod. This is 6mm, and my bright blue paint. And then right next to that small dot, I'm going to put this 6mm dot. Then I'm going to get my blue stylus on the large end, and I'm going to use my bright blue paint. And in between each of these light blue dots, I'm going to add a small blue dot. So we end up with 6 of those. I've got my green stylus. I'm going to use the smaller end, which is 2.5mm, and my light blue paint. And I'm going to start making some swipes. So the first swipe, I'm going to start right at the end, kind of where these 2 pieces of the arm meet. And I'm going to swipe inward to towards the center of the snowflake. Of course, if your placement is a little different from mine, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you do it the same way all the way around. And then once I have all of those, I'm going to put one swipe, small swipe, down the sides of each of those parts of the snowflake. So it's going to be like a little flourish right there at the end. And I always have to stop myself if my swipes don't turn out the same length. It's always better to fix those kind of with a small tool like a pin or the lead of a pencil, just something really small than it is to go over a second time. If you go over a second time, it's going to be way too thick. And to be honest, other people probably don't see this the same way that you do, but sometimes my brain can't help but try to fix things. All right, so there we go. Next, I'm going to get my 4mm tool. This is a clear rod. 4mm, I'm going to use my bright blue. and put a dot right at the end of that swoop or swipe. Using that same tool, I'm going to put a dot at the end of each arm here at the tips, and I'm going to do that with my lightest blue. I'm going to switch to my green stylus on the small end. I'm going to continue to use the light blue, and I'm going to walk a few dots inward from this point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to continue that on each piece, except for the one where there's a hole. That one only gets 2. On the second part of the crystal here, I'm going to use the large end, the 3mm, and my bright blue, and I'm going to add 2 dots next to that swipe. So dot, 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 and I'm going to do that all the way around. Now, top dots are a fantastic way to add a little more visual interest, and it's a super great way to take a pattern and make it your own. So please feel free to add your own top dots however you feel like you want them to look. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. I'm going to add a few of my own top dots. I'm going to use my pearl white, but I would love to see your creation. So feel free to post online and tag me, and I cannot wait to see what you create. I'm going to keep on going here, and let me know what you think in the comments.